All right, now we have game 2. So this is Alex's father, Duane Lumen, on the right. This is actually also the father of our own, the whole Lumen clan came up. So we have, Dane Lumen was one of the main people that got our Dice Masters group going in the first place, but now he's running the Pokemon group on Friday. And then on our left, we have Jordan. He is a younger player who he's been playing for a while with his dad. I think he's around 10 or so. And he's doing pretty good. He's actually been coming in third place in most of our tournaments. And there's the beginning. He still's a little rough and has to be corrected every now and then. But, he's gotten some good coaching from his dad, who Brian will be seeing him a little bit later.
Yeah, he's a little gung ho, which I think is typical for the younger kids. I think it's just a younger kid way of playing. Be very kamikaze.
Aggressive, very kamikaze, and having Guy Gardner there is good for that. Yeah, Jordan's team here is very much a rush team. Should be buying Guy Gardner and Rocket and just plowing into your opponent. Of course, I also love seeing the Goblin there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't see a lot of play. Duane, on the other hand, here is playing a Iron Man suit up team. It's actually very similar to something I was running. I love suit up. I think this is a really fun mechanic, just incredibly fun. And unfortunately, the third Lumen who came, he sort of threw Duane into this team. He didn't get a chance to really play with it a lot. So he was sort of learning as he was going. I think by the third round, he got a little bit better handle on how the team worked. Because, the two cards that are a little hard to read there, that is War Machine Rhodey, which is a fantastic card. I love that card. And then the other one's the Hulkbuster Iron Man. And Jordan already went for the Guy Gardner. He rip hunted the Guy Gardner and put it in prep, going for that early damage. And then, Duane first turn bought Iron Man, and now is going for... Interesting choice. He underpaid for Jarvis there. So another play mistake. Duane's fairly new as well. Play mistakes happen. Not a big deal. But he spent 2 for Jarvis instead of 3, which is his appropriate fielding or purchase cost, and then also bought a Pepper Potts, which that is the rare Pepper Potts, which lets you search your bag for an Iron Man. It's also funny with the younger players, the organization of their...
Oh, no, I was going to say the amount of drop dice and his cards are setting my OCD off a little bit.
The cards just sort of spewed everywhere. One of his rocket dice has gone off the playmat entirely.
As long as he doesn't launch the dice in the air.
Yeah. There's Guy Gardner. In an open field, that's the thing that Guy Gardner loves to see the most. Oh, good. He's fixing that rocket.
He does know he has to attack with Guy Gardner, right?
I'm actually standing right there. I correct him here before Duane
okay, there we go. He starts putting his dice in his bag. Nope, he has to attack.
So he goes in with Felicity and with Guy Gardner. So, I guess that was the 4/4 Guy Gardner. He went up to 5, and Felicity Smoke does one more, so 6 damage. And then Duane, for some reason, rolls everything. I corrected him here. I was like, wait, why'd you roll all your dice?
No wonder you were missing for so long.
Yeah.
He's a little overzealous.
Mistakes happen. He gets that Iron Man. Which that's the Iron Man that when he takes damage while attacking or blocking, I think he does 3 damage to... Or when he attacks, I think he does 3 damage to a blocker when he's blocked. Or something to that effect. Not my favorite from the AVX. I actually like Philanthropist a lot more. But that's a 5 cost. For this team, I actually really like the Age of Ultron Iron Man, especially just the 3 cost blank, because he hits really hard. He only costs 3, usually easy to get. You can buy him first turn, possibly get him in your bag, fielding him with Pepper. I think it works a little bit better with the team. Interesting, he's going with the Hal Jordans instead of just going all out on the Guy Gardner. I guess he just likes Hal Jordan. And another just minor play mistake from the new player. He was purchasing and then doing Repunner's Chalkboard Global afterwards. Technically, you're supposed to do it beforehand, but once again, they're new. We're taking it easy on them. They'll learn. So it looks like we got Pepper, but not Jarvis. I definitely think that's the disadvantage here with the suit-up team is going as a fast team that has Guy Gardner, a lot of pressure early. It's harder to... it takes time for the suit-up team to build up. But once it gets going, once its momentum starts churning, it can pop up out of nowhere and deal lots of damage. Duane sends in Iron Man into an empty board, it looks like. Unless there's no blue dice hiding, so 3 damage. I just realized Jordan's shirt says Pug Life.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's got a little pug on it. Yes, we have a little black pug, so of course anything with a pug on it we get a little excited about. Jordan goes for his 4. I think Jordan's explaining the Repunner Chalkboard Global to Duane here. That's such a great global.
Jordan likes to explain things to other people.
Yeah.
Oh, he got a boring draw.
Yeah, with all those characters, and he forgot to roll. He'd Repunnered his Hal Jordan earlier, so he got to roll that. Yeah, boring draw of just 4 sidekicks, but the Hal Jordan makes up for it. And he goes for Rocket. Yeah, let's say he has the question mark, so he should probably Repunner and get it over there. I'm actually very surprised he didn't attack with Hal Jordan. Yeah, since he tends to be a bit more aggressive.
I wasn't paying attention. I was like, is he eating his dice? I'm like, oh wait, he has a bag of M&Ms. Hey, I don't know, those Mary Jane dice, they look like
there are
sun-kissed.
There are some tasty looking dice.
It really looks like a strawberry candy. Let's figure out what this Rip Hunter thing does. Okay. Who's in Jordan's upper right-hand card?
That's I keep on want to say Renee Tilly, but I believe it's pronounced Renette Tilly. It's a new character from the Turtles. I'm not sure which one he's using though. I don't think he ever actually buys it though. It's probably the one that turns his action dice to. If you roll an action phase, you can switch it to the double burst, or you can switch it to energy. And I'm explaining to Duane here that exactly how the suit up stuff works. So you went to Rip Hunter rescue. I was like, wait, no. You don't want to do that. But because he has Pepper Potts out. So you buy rescue, but then suit up Pepper Potts. So you knock out Pepper Potts and field rescue. And he bought Iron Man. So now he gets to field his bag because Pepper Potts was knocked out. And find Iron Man and field him at level 1. And there he is. I love that combo so much. That's so sweet. And of course, if you next turn buy another Pepper Pot or buy another rescue, you can suit up the rescue that you have out to bring in the other rescue. Yeah, I still need to get another Iron Man and War Machine starter so I can play 4 rescues. I love that so much. Probably too much. And he sends in the Iron Man again. See how Jordan's the only blocker.
Jordan. Oh my god, he pushed it up with his elbow.
Pushed it up with his elbow. That's some raw intimidation there. Oh, I'm so confident in my block of Hal Jordan, I will push it up with my elbow. So they knock each other out. Iron Man, would do his extra damage, but Hal Jordan was the only blocker.
They didn't knock each other out.
Oh, sorry. The Iron Man has a 5 defense, and I think the Hal Jordan had a attack of 4. Oh, he stands up to roll a little harder. And he came up with a bad roll there. Looks like it's all energy.
All energy.
Did Felicity Smoke come up there? No, she's on shield face.
Yep, he's moving her down, so and counting. So he has open field. It's a little hard to tell with that map.
And this is a case where it seems like it's always nice to have like one really big heavy hitter on your team. So when you completely whiff like this on a roll, at least you can get something, nice and deadly out of it. So the Barry Allen wouldn't be too bad here. I think that's what he's going to go for, is the Barry Allen. And probably rip the Barry Allen is my guess.
That sounds disgusting. Did you just make that up?
Ripping the Barry Allen? Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, but the way you said it.
Yeah.
Not Rip Hunter's chalkboarding.
Yeah, people tend to call it ripping.
That's gross. Everybody stop saying that.
Well, it's like Professor X became PXG,
Oh, I hate that too.
or just calling it the Thing. I do the Thing with the dice.
No, that's all terrible. But I'm also someone who played Magic and refused to say I was swinging in. I'm not saying swing.
Jordan double checking what the Pepper Potts does.
Jarvis Pepper Potts. Is that another Jarvis? Or
I think it's 2 Pepper Potts and 2 Jarvis. And he's got an open field here, and there's the issue that when Jarvis is fielded, he deals X damage, where X is the number of characters you fielded this turn. He deals that to a character, but Jordan doesn't have any characters out, so he's supposed to target something. So I was explaining to Duane here that he needs to field them in a way that field the Jarvises first, so he has to target something. He targets its own dice, and therefore they don't deal any damage, or they don't knock anything out. So you can just have Iron Man soak up the 3 damage that they potentially do.
He's ready to take some damage here as he holds his counter in his hand.
Yeah, he had misunderstood and thought that Jarvis did the damage to him directly, but no, it does it to his characters.
I could go for some M&Ms.
Yeah, this game brought to you by M&Ms, apparently.
Previous game was brought to you by Coke Zero.
Yeah.
And I believe the next game will also be brought to you by Coke Zero. Right, because we're having a long conversation. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to... The long explanation with the Jarvis.
In the end, he spread that damage out so nobody died.
And then Jarvis comes through with, what is that, in a rescue. So Duane takes the lead. And that's another thing. I think it's good to have that rescue cycling through his bag, because of a rescue has the ability that if you roll her and she doesn't come up a character face, she deals 1 damage to your opponent. And if you have 4 rescues, that's just easy damage happening whenever she doesn't come up a character. We'll see. That's another thing that I really like it. Yeah, Jordan here, he's already got pulled a Guy Gardner. He's got a Barry Allen. He's getting ready to crush some face. And he's got... it looks like he got... Yeah, he got both the... oh no, did he get the character face? I can't tell. Yes.
Apparently. And then the rest is a mystery.
And now we get a good look at the back of Jordan's head. He's getting intense.
Yes.
As he... Roar! And unfortunately for Duane here, he has the 2 Pepper Potts that can block, but he doesn't have another Iron Man to fish for out of his bag. So they can still block, though. It's still nice, easy chump blockers. They're both energy. I believe they're...
Oh, he's double blocking. Why is he double blocking?
I'm not sure.
Pepper Pot, does she do any damage?
Yeah, she does some. She's like a 1 or a 2. And Barry Allen is very, his defense is really low. That might be enough to knock him out.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Okay, why did you do that?
You just want it for the energy?
Yeah, I mean, he's going next, so you can roll him again.
And Jordan needed to blow his nose. That's why he suddenly has toilet paper. All right. I went and found him some...
Jordan needs tissue a lot.
Yeah, I went to try to find him some tissues, and that's the best I could do.
I have to go buy some tissues. Just put his name on it, leave it there. Jordan's tissues.
Drawing 4 sidekicks always feels so terrible. Duane did have the 3 characters in his prep area, so that makes it a little less painful. So Pepper Potts returns. I don't believe he's rerolled yet. He may not need to. Pays 1, fields Iron Man. Now he bought the space armor Iron Man. It looks like he's going to do suit up. I actually don't really like that Iron Man very much. Of all the suit up ones available, he's actually my least favorite. The Iron Man I actually like more because it's more of an aggressive offensive piece. But with the space armor Iron Man, he can gain some life back. He surveys the board to see if there's anything worthwhile out there. And Jordan next turn is going to have that guy Gardner. He's still got a Hal Jordan and a rocket in his bag.
Was that your head for a second?
I think, yeah.
Is that your arm?
Yeah, I'm making a cameo there. I was figuring out which Barry Allen he was using. I thought he was using the one that made that you could pay Bolt and Fist to give him +2 attack, and he's using the other one that gives Bolt and Fist characters +1 attack, I think. I could be wrong there. I don't have the card in front of me, unfortunately. Actually, wait, yes I do. It's the Barry Allen that, while he's active, all of your Bolt and Fist character dice get +1 attack. Which, of course, synergizes with Guy Gardner, making him even bigger. Also synergizes with the Rocket, making him even bigger. So actually, yeah, that is for this team, that is a pretty good choice, having that Barry Allen. And he whiffed on the Guy Gardner, but he did get Rocket.
Very good. There's another word, whiffed. I've never heard that before.
Oh, like in baseball. If you miss the ball when it's thrown to you, you whiffed.
I used to call that missed.
Well, the whiff, it simulates the sound of the bat swinging.
How many times have you played baseball?
Enough to whiff a whole lot. I'm very bad at baseball. So yeah, the one good thing about missing Guy Gardner is you can buy another Guy Gardner. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to correct himself here, and he's going to rip Hunter that that guy Gardner.
That's right. Rip Hunter. That guy Gardner.
Saying, yeah, he's got most of his sidekicks out, so there's a good chance that that guy Gardner in his used pile is just going to cycle right back in and out. So he could be potentially fielding 2 guy Gardners next turn, which is going to be very bad for Duane if that happens. Yeah, I think the early buys of Jarvis by Duane are really hurting him here because Jarvis really doesn't, it's not helping him a lot. I mean, yeah, he can use it to remove some of his opponent's characters, but I would have much rather had some big bodies, maybe gotten more rescues to cycle through that instead of Jarvis. Yeah, contemplating what to do. I think he's 1 damage from rescue there because she did not come up energy, or did not come up character phase. Yeah, so I think Duane's trying to explain the damage done by Jarvis is fielded, deals his damage to Rocket. Rocket is knocked out. Duane sends in Iron Man and Space Armor Iron Man, or Spacesuit Iron Man. Considering what Jordan's potentially got coming next turn, probably would have been better to stick with as many blockers as possible, but in Jordan's position, I probably would have let both of these through and just taken the damage, because it couldn't have been more than 6, I think. Or you could just have Barry Allen knock out Iron Man, that works too. And then take the 3 from... Was it 3 damage? Yep, 3 damage from the Spacesuit Iron Man. So big roll here from Jared, or from Jared. Jared, you're always on my mind. You haven't been at the store lately. And from Jordan. Yeah, don't forget. So yeah, it looks like there's 2 Rockets, a Guy Gardner. He's got Barry Allen, 2 Hal Jordans. Yeah, that's a good roll for Jordan, a bad roll for Duane. You got greedy on the Rocket, trying to get him at a lower level to field for free, and looks like he got lucky, and that was what he got. And Yeah, so 1 damage should happen immediately to both of them from Rocket.
Is it funny that I know that's not your arm because it's not hairy enough?
Yeah, I believe that's Brian, Jordan's dad, came over to help coach a little bit. And once again, we're normally in a competitive scene. You don't want the coaching, but here we got new players, so we're coaching as much as possible, trying to get everyone up to speed, make sure that they're making optimal plays. And a game after this with Alex took on Jordan. I was actually helping them both quite a bit, trying to show like the strength of Miriam and it seemed like they both appreciated. At least I hope they both appreciated the help.
I don't think Alex did. You made him lose.
Well, yeah, he did end up losing. But I mean, Jordan here, he's been playing with Brian for quite some time, like a year, I think, and he's got the game down pretty well, so he doesn't need much coaching from me. I probably annoy him more than anything. Say, if he only fields 2 characters, Jordan isn't going to need much to finish this next turn. He'll be filling his bag. So, I mean, just 2 characters. 2 characters other than sidekicks would probably finish this next turn. Oh, looks like he's going to...
Look at my Rip Hunter's chalkboard.
I think once again he's wanting to Rip Hunter the Iron Manor, but he could also... It looks like he has an Iron Man there that he could field and knock out to put the Iron Manor in at level 2 instead. I think that's the confusion, just deciding what to do. I think he paid. Yeah, he needed to pay to field Iron Man, but that's what that mask is. Fields them both, then he can buy those 2. Then he's going to suit up both Rescue and the Iron Manor. Or no, he only suits up the Iron Manor. Okay, I think, yeah. Just made him realize he could do both. I'll say it again. I really love Suit Up. I think that's such a cool mechanic. Now, I really want to run this team again. Rescue's knocked out, Pepper Potts is knocked out, and Rescue is fielded at level 2. Unfortunately, Duane does not have an Iron Man in his bag, so Pepper Potts being knocked out does not let him fish for an Iron Man. That unfortunately still only leaves him with 2 blockers. So Jordan here only needs two strong attackers. 2 attackers with at least 3 attack, and it's over. And Felicity Smoke is not what he wants. So it may need to go one more turn. Well, unless one of those things he draws is a Guy Gardner and a rocket. So never mind. This may be it. I see Guy Gardner. But he needs something bigger. Well, actually, no. Guy Gardner's going to get +3. That's probably lethal. Oh, that's definitely lethal.
He's excited.
So yeah, even if he blocks the 2 Guy Gardners, they each got +5, +4. Yeah, the Guy Gardners alone, he blocks both of those. Rocket attacks, so they should both take a damage from that. But I think they were missed that last turn too. And if Felicity does at least 1, I think that's the 7 attack Barry Allen. So yeah, that is game. Congratulatory fist bump. We got game 3 up next.